Well, hello, everybody. Welcome in. Miracles. Hope you guys are doing great today. Let's see where we go. This week, I will be talking about the solstice. I'm doing some love, abundance, and wild card readings for each zodiac sign. So you'll see them this week. We're also going to be talking a lot about Saturn going retrograde. Let's see. On the 17th of June, the new moon is in Gemini on the 17th of June. We got a lot going on. I'll do more individual kind of informational videos about those just to help you guys understand how it might impact you. All right. I think Saturday morning I'll do a video about that. So let's see where we go today. Some of you have been asking about the wisdom of the tarot and the certification, tarot certification. We are starting up another cohort of the certification in the fall. Over the summer, you'll see that these folks are going to be able to deliver readings. We're going to put it on our website. We're going to drive traffic to it. So it's going to be awesome. And if you want to start now and take the class, take my tarot class as a prerequisite for the certification. There's a link in the description box below. Okay, I'm going to be adding a bunch of new content this summer. All right, let's see where we go. Passion and pleasure. Love that. Traveling lightly, simplify your life. Indeed. Joy and delight. Open your heart to joy. So some of you are, we do have Mars and Venus square Jupiter in Leo. So this is very much passion and pleasure, joy and delight, traveling lightly. Come here, baby. Trying to pick up this card. Very Leo energy, right? It's like your inner child getting out to play, something super fun, van life, whatever you want to do. That feels good to me. And it feels like there's a sense that grinding away is not going to make anything any better. So if you've been trying to push something or force something, that never works. But I really think that now it's particularly not going to work. So no pushing, no forcing, allow things to work themselves out. When I was growing up, I remember going to the doctor with my mother, and they were sitting there talking, and he said, Mary, most things the body will take care of themselves. 85% of everything the body will take care of it themselves. It's the other 15% you need me for. And I remember her taking that to heart, that she liked to doctor often. And it was just sort of like, a lot of things just heal themselves, or left to their own devices. The energy is like, allow things to work themselves out right now. Allow things to do. Don't force anything. Don't push anything, especially love. 2 of Cups, the 6 of Cups, the Queen of Swords, the Queen of Pentacles. Beautiful energy here of the world. I feel like this is coming together. Nice feminine energy here on both sides. So it could be same sex, or it could be that the feminine, and there's masculine here too with the sword. So there's just a nice balance here. Okay. A nice balance of giving and receiving on both of these cards too. Giving and receiving. That's beautiful. And I feel like that's a new world, opening up a new world for some of you. That's going to be happening. 8 of Swords, King of Wands, Ace of Pentacles. King of Wands is looking right at his closed mindset and says, you know what? This has got to change. If I'm going to move forward in my life, I've got to start looking at what I believe, looking at what I'm thinking, and how is that powering the energy of my life? Thoughts become things, right? So I feel like there needs to be more feelings. I'm not getting a whole ton of, I am getting 2 of Cups and 6 of Cups, so that's not right. But Queen of Pentacles and Queen of Swords, this is a purposeful exchange. Okay, so Knight of Swords, 6 of Wands. Now we're going in the right direction here. Hermit, the Hierophant. I don't know where Temperance came from. Hierophant, Knight of Cups, and the Ace of Cups. Beautiful energy. So we are moving away from our thinking, and I've seen this in a couple of the readings that I'm doing this week for the solstice for mid-month here at predictions moving forward. I'm seeing the wisdom in overcoming overreacting. So there's a lot of like anxiety. I don't get the Nine of Swords, but this is kind of similar. And it was all about keeping things the same. I want to keep things the same. I don't want to rock the boat. I don't want to do anything, but yet nothing's changing, and that's making me unhappy. So I don't want to rock any boats, but I also don't want things to stay the same. Okay. I feel like this is a conscious choice to look at how you're looking at life, how you're thinking about things. What are you telling yourself? What are the stories you tell yourself? Change your story, change your life. Because if you're telling yourself, I'm not worthy, I don't deserve it, then you don't. Okay, you're right. You're right. Whatever you say, you're right. And we've got this new beginning starting based on wisdom. The Hermit is a very lovely energy of wisdom. So right now I'm seeing that there's a lot of shifting from mindset to an action-oriented direction. Three of Cups, Ace of Wands, another Ace, King of Cups, and the Eight of Pentacles. So what's happening here is, in order for you to activate this energy of love, you're going to need to really start taking a look at what you're thinking. What's the mindset that you have? And that's what you're taking action on, but it's not bringing in anything new. Some of you don't realize, we're going to get into Cancer time period, which is very loving, flowing kind of energy, and then Leo, which is really about the passion piece. And I feel like some of you think that play and enjoying yourself and having fun is somehow not what you should be doing, or maybe that's been leading up until now. Virgo energy here and Taurus about like putting in the hard effort. Eight of Pentacles as well. I think that's going away. I think we're starting to recognize that shifting into creative energy and fun and joy and delight and passion and pleasure has creative benefits. So if your creativity has kind of dried up, and if you've been feeling a little bit like, I don't know what my next step is, I feel like you should just put it down and go out and go to dinner with some friends, or go dancing, or go see music, live music, something like that. You got to get yourself out of this. Okay, you got to get yourself out of it, because I think what's happening, Seven of Cups, Seven of Wands, Seven of Swords. So I was going to say, look at all those sevens, Five of Wands. What's happening is there's a ton of resistance, And it's possible that you could be dealing with someone who really wants to take action to move toward you, but there's so much resistance in them. They live life for the dreaded shoulds. Okay, this person, I should do this, I should do that. I got to do this. I remember my mother, mom's showing up a bunch today, I guess. My mom used to have this little notepad by the phone. This is in the 1970s. So a little notepad by the phone. And on top of it, it was called Dumb Things I Gotta Do. And there was just a list of stuff she had to do. And always at the end with like little doodles. She used to doodle on the phone. When she was on the phone, she would doodle. This is when our phones were anchored to a place in our house. Okay, I know I'm dating myself, but I'm just saying. So there were doodles, and there were little dresses, and she would make pretty little pictures and stuff. And it was always like at the bottom, because this was all full up of stuff she had to do. And on top of it, she knew it was dumb things I got to do. And I just feel like that could be you or a person you're dealing with, that someone is putting off pleasure, putting off fun, putting off love until they have enough squirreled away in the bank, until some arbitrary deadline out there that says, okay, now I'm allowed to have fun. But you know what? Those people never do it. Okay. I know I was raised in a family like this. There's always another hill to climb. There's always another goal. There's always another level of achievement. And so things that are happy and fun and joyful have to be put to the side. I think this person is either teaching you or being taught by you that the way in which life is going to expand, Mars and Venus in Leo squared Jupiter, the way in which life is going to expand, Jupiter, is that we have to Mars and Venus. We have to enjoy Venus. We have to take action based on our joy, based on our love, based on what we care about. But not just like what I'm supposed to do or should do. I feel like those things are holding you back. And it's not true. Okay. It's not even true. It's just like something you were taught, but now it's like, wait a second. Now I can make my own rules. And some of these things are dumb. Some of these things that I think I should do are dumb. They're a way of doing things that passed, right? Two of Pentacles keeps you stuck. 10 of Swords, time for that to go. Chariot and the 9 of Wands. So there's definitely a sense here that only through you deciding to put things down, only through you deciding that this isn't your path, that you're seeing that real achievement comes from creativity, comes from letting your passion show, comes from being open to another person instead of just like going to work and coming home. There's no joy, there's no fun. We got to have fun. We got to do this. 3 of Cups, Ace of Wands. And some of you, marriages have collapsed for less reason. Okay. I feel like some of you are collapsing some of your commitments because they've become too heavy. There's not enough to balance it. There's not enough money coming in from the effort you're exerting. There's not enough joy coming in from whatever the yardstick is. Okay. There's not enough coming in. And I think it's really either pissing you off, it's upsetting you in some way. And it's time to just like revisit. Saturn in retrograde is about revisiting rules and structures that we have put in place. This is Taurus, not Capricorn, but still there's a sense of loyalty to this mission and purpose. And it's like we got Saturn in retrograde. Saturn, I think it's 4 months till October. It's starting on this Gemini new moon with Saturn going retrograde. It's really about you taking a look at the things you put in place and saying, is that what I really want? Is that getting me where I really want to go? Like there's purpose to some of these things. Those chores she was outlining, like those did have to be done, but it was sort of like there was never any fun mixed in with it. And she learned that as I got older. She learned how to bring joy into the house more. And she learned how to do that. And I almost feel like drudgery is going to squash your creativity. If you're in a relationship like this, where everything is about, I gotta, I have to, I've gotta do, I should do. There's no like connection like this. That's when connections like this happen outside the home, because whether it's like a work wife or it's a best friend or it's something like that, but that's where the real important conversations, the real joy happen. And if it's not inside the home, then where is it? Okay. So there's something here that needs to be changed. If you're feeling that kind of drudgery, getting into Cancer time period and then Leo time period for sure. I mean, we definitely have a lot of expansion coming, and we do have a square to Uranus as well, which I think is a quick pivot. Maybe it's Mars and Venus as well. Square to Uranus about like, I'm making quick decisions about pivoting my life. The Knight of Swords and the 6 of Wands, big pivot here. And we're going towards things that make us happy and more joyful. So that can be happening over the next 6 weeks. And the Gemini new moon is the time to plant those seeds. Okay. So I'm going to go deeper into this. I'm going to I'll pull some cards for each zodiac sign to give you some guidance for each of you. And we'll see where we go. Okay. 30 days out. Let's see what happens. And then guidance for each sign. All right. Link is in the description box below. Pathfinders, let's just keep going. All right. I hope you enjoyed that video. If it was helpful to you, please consider liking this video and sharing it with anybody who might have a need for similar kind of information. And if you like this video, check out these videos.